Wow, well, I didn't expect that. So let me fix this real quick. Crazy things happen sometimes on Facebook Live. That's funny. That's just real funny. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Here we go. There I am. Wow, now that was an experience, everybody. Well, I think that's kind of fitting for the videos where that is an honest mistake. I did not intend for that to happen while making this video this morning. That's hilarious. I have to laugh at myself. Hey, your bounce back. I'm having to make a bounce back after all those funny, almost scary faces. Hey, have you ever, do you remember as a child that we just had this innate ability as children just to bounce back? I mean, we could get on our bicycles and we could ride and just have all kinds of fun. And you know, we would have an accident. Hang on here, trying to fix something. Good morning, Paulo. Good morning, Sonia. And you know, we could skin our knees, skin our elbows, we could bump our chin, knock out a tooth. But we always bounced back as children. Do you remember? It was just amazing how quickly we could recover. Now at the moment, I mean, it hurt and we cried. But mom would come out there and she'd pick us up and she would clean off our scrapes and bruises, and she would smear her kisses all over our owies and just make them feel better until we got in the bathtub that night, remember? And then the pain would come rushing back. But as children, we could just bounce back from moments in our lives when things went sour, when things went south, when things didn't turn out like we wanted them to. And that was incredible. And we had just this determination that it wasn't going to stop us. We'd get back out there on our bike or whatever we were doing on the monkey bars and swings, and we would try our tricks again until we perfected them. But something happened when we started hitting our 20s, and that is we quit bouncing back. Why is that? Why have we in life, as we get older, put away what gave us such great ability as children? You know, we get into our 20s and we start getting set in our ways, and things happen, they come along in life, and we have a tendency to give up and quit instead of bouncing back. Well, I want to encourage you this morning to find your bounce back. Yeah, I want you to go dig it up from your childhood and get your bounce back in life. We have got to regain the bounce back in our lives if we're going to make this the greatest year of our life, with the ability to defeat that one man, ourselves, and to make a huge comeback so that we can go on to create success, so that we can go on to make a difference. Good morning, Johnny. So we can go on to impact the lives of those around us. And there's a couple of things I want to talk and share with you about this morning when it comes to creating your bounce back and getting back in life. Let's face it, there's just things in life that are going to happen that we're going to scrape our knees and elbows and bump our chins and bloody our noses. They're just going to happen in life. But I believe there's a few things we can do in order to regain and bounce back from, good morning, Corey, and really turn things around and start making a difference in our life. And so if you're in a time in your life where you're bumped up, beat up, bruised up, scraped up, here's some thoughts. Number one, forgiveness. We have got to learn in our culture, in our society, to forgive. Now listen to me. Don't misunderstand me here for tolerate. Good morning, Allison. I'm not saying to tolerate nonsense, foolishness, evilness. I'm not saying that, okay? What I am suggesting and offering this morning is in your bounce back to have forgiveness. Number one, you know, there's just people in our lives that we need to forgive, that we need to have the guts to just go to, and whether we go to them directly or it's just we begin to forgive them each day, every moment, that we take the time just to say, I forgive so and so for, perhaps you've gone through a divorce, perhaps you've just been laid off of a job, a career that you thought was going to take you somewhere, perhaps a brother, a sister, a parent, a child has done something to wound you and to skin your knee and to bump your chin or bloody your nose, and we need to forgive. Maybe we need to write the letter of forgiveness. Whether we send it to them or not, maybe we just need to start spilling our guts and forgiving what has happened and forgiving those who have wounded us. Good morning, Frank. I'm going to offer some suggestions on forgiveness on a couple of other areas. Maybe some of us, I know I had to do this a number of years ago, maybe we need to forgive God. What? What do you mean forgive God? God doesn't need forgiveness. You're right, he does not need our forgiveness, but because we may be angry with him, because we felt like maybe he didn't come through on something. God's always faithful. He always comes through, but in our minds, sometimes we feel like maybe God walked out on us. Have you considered forgiving him today? Really what you're doing is forgiving yourself, but maybe you need to do that. I know when I did a number of years ago, I began to see a difference in my life. So I encourage you to do that. And then I want to encourage you that, and I've shared this before on here, but it's worth sharing again, that a lot of times the greatest person and the person we have the most difficulty with when it comes to forgiveness is ourselves. Have you forgiven yourself? Have you made some decisions in your life, good morning, Adele, that you have created wounds and you are having difficulty with forgiving yourself? I'm going to encourage you to step out and right now just start telling yourself something like this: Marty, I forgive you. What's going on, Matt? Good morning. And so I encourage you today to start forgiving. You to get a bounce back, start forgiving. And then here's something else you need to start doing in order to create your bounce back, is that you need to start working towards your goals and habits, creating new, perfect, good habits that are going to now set you up so that you can make a comeback, a bounce back. As kids, what we would do is we just get on the doggone bicycle and start riding again. Or we would start climbing the tree again, or playing in the monkey bars again. Or we would, whatever it was that wounded us, that we made the mess up. Here's what I want you to do, is learn from the mistake. Good morning, Melvin. Learn from the wrong choices. Learn from what you did wrong. Take note of it. Write it down. Get a journal and write it down and say, man, I screwed up here. And this is what I did wrong. These were the choices, the wrong ones that I made that led me to this. If you've gone through a divorce, then write down, good morning, Pam, what choices you made that led you to that wound in your life. And forgive yourself. Forgive your ex-spouse. Forgive those who were in the situation. If there were things that happened in your employment or whatever, learn from them. Don't harbor bitterness and anger and resentment and don't loathe and self-pity. Listen, learn from the choices, the mistakes. And some of you might say, well, it wasn't my fault. Okay, then identify what the problem was and what you can do better next time, that you can maybe resolve or that you can divert or you can stay away from. The problem is that as children, that's what we did. As adults, for some reason, we forget that. So I want you to get your bounce back. I want you to bounce back in setting out and making this the greatest year of your life with one man to beat and not allowing the past to hinder you. Get back on your bike. Get back on the monkey bars. Go climb the tree again. Do whatever it is that you've got to set out to do and make it happen. Because here's one thing. If you take these simple, easy steps, those bumps and scrapes and bruises and bloody noses, they're going to heal. And you're going to get better and stronger because you did as a kid. Why not as an adult? and make something truly happen wonderful in your life. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I know I am. I'm excited about today. Got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm very excited about it. So I just wanted to share these thoughts of encouragement with all of you today. Tomorrow is going to be In Your Face Friday, where I get up in your grill and I'm going to get real with some truth. And I want to come straight at you. I'm going to come hard and heavy at you tomorrow morning. But until then, have an incredible day. God bless. We'll see you right back here again tomorrow.